Councilor Framboise.
Moved by Councillor Loftus and seconded by Councillor LaFramboise. Be it resolved, the Council for the Corporation of the Municipality of St. Charles hereby opens the special meeting of Council at 6 p.m. on October 28, 2025.
All those in favor? Carried. Councilor Lachance and Councilor Petit send their regrets. They won't be able to attend this next meeting. We would like to begin by acknowledging that we are in Robinson Huron Treaty Territory, and the land on which we gather is the traditional territory of the Atikameksheng Anishinaabe. We also wish to recognize our neighboring community of Doki's First Nation. While we meet today, we would like to take a moment to acknowledge the importance of the lands we each call home. We do this to reaffirm our commitment and responsibility in improving relationships between nations and to improving our own understanding of local Indigenous people and their culture. Can I have a mover and a seconder to adopt the agenda? Councilor Framboise, Councilor Loftus.
Moved by Councillor LaFramboise and seconded by Councillor Loftus. Be it resolved that the agenda for the special meeting of Council held October 28, 2025 be adopted as presented.
All those in favor? Carried. Disclosure of pecuniary interest, Councilor
None, Your
Framboise.
Worship.
Councilor Loftus.
None, Your Worship.
And none for myself. This evening, there is a public hearing scheduled for one zoning bylaw amendment, application number ZBA 25-13SC, Eugene Landry. The Planning Act requires that a public hearing be held before council decides whether or not to pass a zoning bylaw amendment. The public hearing serves two purposes. First, to present to council and the public the details and background to a proposed rezoning. A second, to receive comments from public and agencies before a council decision is made. Mr. Dumont will provide a summary of the application. From there, the applicant will be requested to make a presentation, followed by questions from the public either in favor or against of the proposal. Council will then have the opportunity to question the applicant, the Director of Planning, or anyone giving presentation. The zoning bylaw amendment will then be considered by council. Mr. Dumont, would you please advise how public notice was provided?
Thank you. So notice of public hearing was posted within the municipal office and was sent by mail to the assessed owners within the municipality of St. Charles, subject to the proposed zoning bylaw amendment application. And to those persons and agencies likely to have an interest in the application tonight, notice was sent out on September 25th, 2025, being 20 days over prior to this evening's meeting. So in each notice was an explanation of the purpose and effect of the proposed zoning bylaw amendment application, a key map showing the location of the subject property.
I now declare this portion of the hearing to be a public hearing to deal with application number ZBA 25-13SC, Eugene Landry. Monsieur Dumont, will you please summarize the purpose and effect of the proposed zoning bylaw amendment and provide any additional information and correspondence relevant to this application?
Thank you. So the owner of the subject property this evening is present here in our council. Somebody's planning boards had several meetings with Eugene in person throughout the severance process and to where we are today with respect to the zoning application process. So with that said, I'll give a little bit of context. So there was a severance application that was brought to the planning board, and that was with respect to 6121 Highway 535. That was currently zoned rural at the time. And Eugene's property is 78 Pache Road, and it's currently zoned residential rural. So we had two different properties, two different types of zones, and the planning board conditionally approved the lot addition for Eugene's property. So as a condition of approval, 78 Pache Road, again that's Eugene's property this evening that we're dealing with, requires a rezoning application to rezone the property from residential rural to rural. This ensures the consolidated parcel will fall under a single zoning category and avoiding split zoning. So basically, Eugene's property, in terms of the severance, is the benefiting lot of that severance. And currently, like if you look at Eugene's property today, the way it is, it's 1.74 hectares in area and has 428 meters of frontage along Pache Road and is presently vacant. Then once we follow the lot addition, the enlarged lands, or the lands taken from 6121 and added it to Eugene, it's going to increase in size from 1.74 to 5.78, so it's a significant increase in land. And the frontage is gonna be maintained on Poitier Road, so no change there. And there's a little sliver of frontage on Highway 535, about 15 meters. Again, no change there. So just this whole transaction is about acquiring more land to his property. All access will remain via Poitier Road. We've been through that through the severance process based on the comments from MTO. No access will be permitted from Highway 535. So basically, the severance was dealing with a lot boundary adjustment, and tonight we're dealing with the zoning information, and that's the purpose and intent of that. So with respect to circulating comments, city clerk, treasurer, and chief administrator officer had no issues with respect to the zoning tonight. Chief building official had no issues with the zoning as well. Fire department, public works. And overall, no phone calls from residents in the area that object or concern with the zoning change. And so yeah, basically Eugene just wants to, what he'd like to do is because of the terrain or topography of the lot the way it is today, by adding more land to his property, it will allow him to go further into the lot. And his future goal is to build a home on the ridge, and that ridge is gonna be part of his property once this process, the severance process and zoning is completed, so he can have a view looking down. So that's what he shared with me with the purpose of acquiring a little bit of land and having that change zoning so he'd be able to build his future home on that ridge. So with that said, overall it's a pretty straightforward application in terms of the lot addition with the planning board and here in front of council this evening in terms of the zoning change. You just want to make sure it's just one zone, and that's going to be all together. Once it's all set, it's going to be all rural. So I have no concerns with respect to the conformity of the official plan for the sub-use plan area, as well as the zoning bylaw of the municipality of St. Charles. No concerns there. So it can be recommended to council from a plan perspective.
Thank you very much. Eugene, is there anything you would like to add to the presentation?
That's the gist of it, that Matthew recited there. There's an entrance being created for the lower part of the land, because it's not inaccessible with the entrance on the highway being taken out. And it's been approved, so I'm gonna go ahead with an entrance to the lower part of the
From Betsy Road. All right, thank you very much. Any questions from the council?
I was just, the comment he just mentioned, I was just questioning that too. So they're saying no access will be permitted from Highway 535, but there is an entrance there, isn't there?
Through, that's correct. So part of the consultation process with when we first started this process from the severance, we got some thorough comments from MTO, just saying that somebody may have put something in there that they shouldn't have. So we're just gonna, it's more of a housekeeping item, they get it cleaned up. Once, and Eugene's been in communication now, and he didn't know about that, so it was nice going through this process to gain all this information. So yes, in short, that will be closed up, and all access will be from Poitier Road.
Yeah, so when you get to the point where the entrance for 535 starts, the turnout to Poitier also starts, so it's conflicting geometry.
Councilor Octus, any questions?
No, I'm in agreement with the recommendation.
All right, thank you very much. If there are no further questions, I then declare this public hearing to be concluded. It is now in order. Okay. Now, can I have a mover and a seconder for the first and second reading of the bylaw? Councilor Loftus, Councilor Framboise.
Moved by Councilor Loftus and seconded by Councilor LaFramboise. Be it resolved that Council for the Corporation of the Municipality of St. Charles hereby gives first and second reading to the following bylaw, bylaw 2025-42, being a bylaw to amend zoning bylaw 2020. 2014-26, as amended, Eugene Landry.
All those in favor? Carried. Can I have a mover and a seconder of the third and final reading? Councilor Bartlett and Councilor Loftus.
Moved by Councilor LaFramboise and seconded by Councilor Loftus, be it resolved that Council for the Corporation of the Municipality of St. Charles hereby gives third reading to and finally passes bylaw 2025-42.
All those in favor? Carried. Please be advised that a specific person, public body, or registered owner may appeal the decision to the Ontario Land Tribunal by filing a notice of appeal with the clerk of the municipality of St. Charles. The notice of appeal must set out the reasons for the appeal and must be accompanied by the required fee, which is prescribed under the Ontario Land Tribunals Act 2017. This fee should be made payable to the Ministry of Finance. All comments will be treated as public record and given out upon request. And that concludes this section of the meeting. So you just have that period of waiting time and then everything is gonna be.
So, yeah, thank you. I just wanted to know, so, when will it be possible to have the deed for the property? When will the deed of the property be in my hands? What
So-
more do I have to do?
So it's a good question, what more you have to do. One less thing you have to do as of tonight. So one of the conditions was why we're here this evening, so council has approved that, so that you can check that off the list. And when we walked in together, you said that you had retained James Dorland to do the survey, and it's pretty much done.
Yes.
So what the next step would be is to provide our office with electronic, like a PDF, like through email to us, send us a copy of that, and then also provide us a hard copy, like a printed copy to scale. Like James does this all the time. So we need electronic and a printed copy. And then once we have that, you just want to have your lawyer reach out to our office to prepare the deed, which you're referring to basically. So that would be, you're pretty much almost at the finish line. You just need to reach out to your lawyer to prepare the new legal description.
Is the entrance, the removal of the entrance on 535 a condition of getting the deed as well?
I may have to, I don't have the severance application with me, so let me look it over and follow up with you. It may not, I'm not sure. But yeah, I can definitely have myself or Nancy connect with you on that.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you very much. And your section is done, and now we are getting ready to go into a closed session.
All right.
So thank you.
I know what that means. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Oh, no, it's okay. We're bad, geometry.
Is, let's move it in. Can I have a mover and a seconder to go into close? Councilor Lavoie, Councilor Loftus.
Moved by Councilor LaFramboise and seconded by Councilor Loftus, be it resolved that Council for the Corporation of the Municipality of St. Charles hereby opens a closed session at 6:14 p.m. to discuss litigation or potential litigation, including matters before administrative tribunals affecting the municipality or local board as authorized under section 239, bracket 2, bracket E of the Municipal Act 2001 as amended. Topic, Ontario Land Tribunal case number OLT 25000488. Next, advice that is subject to solicitor-client privilege, including communications necessary for that purpose as authorized under section 239, bracket 2, bracket F of the Municipal Act 2001 as amended. Topic, Ontario Land Tribunal case number OLT 25000488.
All those in favor? Carried.
you are back live.
All right, thank you very much. Can I have a mover and a seconder to reconvene? Counselor Loftus, Counselor Framboise.
Moved by Counselor Loftus and seconded by Counselor LaFramboise, be it resolved that having dealt with all matters pertaining to the closed session, we hereby reconvene to the special meeting of council 6:23 PM.
All those in favor? Carried. So direction was given to staff on the next steps to proceed. Can I have a mover and a seconder to adjourn? Counselor Framboise, Counselor Loftus.
Moved by Counselor LaFramboise, seconded by Counselor Loftus, be it resolved that the special meeting of council of October 28, 2025 be adjourned 6:24 PM.
All those in favor? Carried. Meeting is adjourned.